A couple of weeks ago, I picked up both of these plants from the clearance rack. This Calathea Freddie had crispy leaves and was $2.84. This Philodendron Birkin was $4.90. It was looking really sad, and I wasn't sure whether either one of them was going to make it. Right now, I want to show you exactly what happened. What bounced back and what didn't. And what I learned in that first week that I didn't expect. Welcome to the Chlorophyll Chronicles, where every plant has a story. Let's write it well. If you didn't see the first video, here's the short version. I was at the store and I was walking past the clearance section. You know, the one where the sad plants hang out over in the corner. And I found the Calathea Freddie and a Philodendron Birkin, both marked down. This one under $3 and this one just under $5. The Calathea Freddie, dry soil, crispy leaf edges, classic case of, I think the store just using tap water and the chemicals in it turned the tips of the leaves brown. I think that's what happened. Calatheas are particular about watering, and so I think the store may have not watered with the correct water or did something that helped to promote these crispy edges. Maybe the store was drier than expected. Calatheas in particular are extremely susceptible to the chemicals in the water, and so using regular tap water, the chemicals can actually collect and create these crispy tips on the leaves. Calatheas are particular about that. The Philodendron Birkin just looked a little worn out. Not dry, just tired. So I brought them home. I isolated them, I treated them for pests just in case, and I adjusted the watering. That was a week ago, and now let me show you week 2. So here's the Calathea Freddie today. It isn't perfect. No, I'm not gonna stand here and tell you that it's transformed into some flawless showpiece in 7 days, because it didn't. But if you'll notice, you see these that I was talking about earlier, these crispy edges in these dry leaves. But look at this. There is new growth. And this is new growth from when I brought it home. That wasn't there. The plant decided it wanted to keep going, and that's the thing about Calatheas. They'll usually tell you when there's something wrong, but they'll also tell you when you get something right. I switched to distilled water immediately, no tap water. Calatheas don't like the chlorine and the chloramine. Whatever's in your local tap, they're probably going to react to it. Filtered water or distilled water, let your tap water sit out overnight, and that can allow some of the chemicals to dissipate. Not all the chemicals are going to come off of it, but some can be released off as gas. So that's another option. But in this case, I used distilled water because, like I said, Calatheas are extremely susceptible to the chemicals in the water that they're being watered with. The crispy edges that were already there, they're still here. That damage doesn't reverse. Once the leaf edges go crispy, that's it. There's no reversing that effect. The only thing you can do is move forward. So what we're looking for is the new leaves. So if you look at these new leaves, what you're looking for is whether the new leaves are coming in clean. And this is a new leaf, and it's clean. And see the edge of the tip of it? Just a little tiny bit of crisping on there, a little bit. This is a newer leaf. Look at that. No crisping at all. I don't know if you can see that very well, but That's no crisping at all. Here's a much newer leaf that's coming in down here, kind of low, and there's no crisping on that leaf tip either. So I think we're doing the right thing. Calathea Freddie is on the right track. It's not out of the woods yet, but I believe that what we're doing, it's pointed in the right direction. So that's a good sign. There's a much newer leaf as well. Very rolled up like a little taquito. Very cute. So I'm excited and encouraged by that Calathea Freddie. And here's the Philodendron Birkin. This one actually bounced back a little faster because I don't think it was as far gone as the Calathea was. This one actually bounced back faster than expected. Philodendrons in general are a little tougher than Calatheas, and they're less dramatic. They don't throw a fit when you look at them wrong. So see the color on these new leaves? This one has a little bit of a crispy leaf, so it may have some dryness at one time. But these new leaves that are coming in, they look really good. So that one's a little crispy, a little bit, not so much here. But it looks like there's two plants in here. I don't know if you can tell. There's one here, and then there's one over on this side too. The leaves are standing up straighter now, and I can see the beginning of what looks like a new leaf that's starting to push through in the center, even after this one. The thing with this one is it really wasn't that sick. I think the store was just moving its inventory. It looked a little rough around the edges, but the root system seemed to be fine. The soil wasn't compact. I don't know if you can see, but it's not that compact. And if I pull this up, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it up here. But you can tell that the roots, from what you can see on the top, there's nothing really going on, and the bottom, there's no roots poking out of the bottom that doesn't smell like the soil's been damp for too long or smells like root rot. Didn't look like there were any pests, although like I said earlier that I did treat it prophylactically for pests just to make sure that, because I do have some pests on some of my other plants in the house, so I just want to make sure that these are protected. The soil is protected against pests that like to lay their eggs in the soil. So yeah, I'm happy to report doing quite well. Sometimes clearance plants, it's just a plant that's been on the shelf too long. This one I think was a steal. At under $5 for this plant, that's not bad. Like I said in the first video, if I get a plant on clearance and it's struggling, I usually learn something from it, and if the plant doesn't make it, I didn't spend a lot of money, so it's not that crazy. But this one was a steal. So here's what I actually did this week, because I want to be upfront with you. It wasn't complicated. So first, I gave them their space. I brought them home, stuck them in one area in a window that had indirect light, and I left them alone. If you'll notice, I haven't repotted either one of these. I gave them no fertilizer. There was just no messing with them. When a plant is stressed, and a lot of times a clearance plant is stressed, the last thing you want to do is more change. You don't want to offer it more change, you want to let it stabilize. So that's what I was doing. Second thing I did was distilled water only. So because they're struggling, even though the Philodendron Birkin doesn't probably need the distilled water, you could do filtered water with both of them as well, but I chose to do distilled. The reason why I wanted them to both have distilled water was obviously for the Calathea, it needs it because of the fragility of this particular variety, or not the variety, but this type of plant, Calatheas in general, they're very fickle about the chemicals in the water. Even the Philodendron Birkin, even though it probably would have been fine with just tap water, I figured why not, because clearance plants are kind of struggling anyway, and so I wanted to give it the best opportunity that I could to succeed, and it looks like it's doing quite well. It's not going to be detrimental to have distilled water, so I was giving both of them distilled water. I figure, why risk it? So the third thing is I kept them in bright indirect light, not right in the window where they get scorched. So I kept them close enough to the window where they got enough good energy throughout the day. And honestly, that's it. Space, water, light. The basics. You don't need to do anything fancy. You just need to stop doing the things that are hurting them in the first place. So when we get a new plant, we don't know exactly what it went through, and so we try to reel back on anything that might be detrimental. So we really scale back and kind of give it like a bland diet, no extremes. So we don't want to give it spicy food. We want to give it a bland diet. We don't want to put it in direct light. We want to keep it in something that's bright, full of light, that has a lot of energy for it, but not something that's going to harm it or scorch it. Even though it might tolerate a little bit more light, I feel like we said, we don't want to harm them. We don't want to do anything to hurt them. So here's what I learned from this. The clearance rack is not a graveyard. Most of these plants are not dying. They're just neglected, a little underwatered, a little overwatered. Give them the basics and a little patience, and a lot of them will bounce back. Is every clearance plant worth buying? No. Some of them are too far gone. But I'll be honest with you, I don't always know which one is which until I try. And that's part of it. So next time, I'm taking this a step further. I'm going back to the store. But this time, I'm not just buying clearance plants. I'm investigating why they end up there in the first place. What's exactly wrong with them, and whether the stores are being honest about what they're selling. That's coming. So click on that subscribe button so you don't miss it, and I'll see you in the next one.